is a great question. First off, congrats, right? You have two ready, willing, and able buyers that are hot, that are wanting to write offers on a property. Can't lose in that situation. It's a win-win. Now, if you handle this next part bad, you could maybe lose a buyer. What I would do is think about this. You have a fiduciary responsibility to your buyer and buyers, right? You want to get them the best price. You want to, negotiate hard for them. You want to make sure you're representing them in the best fashion. And how can you truly do that if you're representing both? A couple ways. Number one, you can refer it out. You can say, hey, buyer, you know what? I have another buyer that I showed earlier. And so not that I don't want to represent you, but I want to make sure that there's not a conflict of interest. And I want to make sure that you feel when you get this home, in the event you do, that you got the best service. And if you lose out on it, that it wasn't because there was alternative motives here, right? I want to make sure you have everything you have. So you can refer it out. And the beauty about real estate, you can get a referral fee. And in this case, you can probably get a very high referral fee. Or maybe pay a finder's fee or pay some sort of small fee to that other agent that helps you. Second thing, right? Great idea here is get your broker involved. Guys, our brokers are here to support us and help us. Your broker can probably negotiate this deal for you or write the offer for you and take no commission fee at all, right? If you truly have a great relationship with your broker and they are in the best interest for you, which they should be, and they can help you. It's simple. You invite them into a room, you talk to a broker, talk to the buyer and say, this is the situation. We've got two buyers that I'm representing, and I want my broker to represent you. She's great, he's great, and I want you to actually work with them on the negotiation so there's not a conflict of interest. I think that you have to really, know that you're there to represent the buyer in the best fashion possible, and in order to do that, sometimes you're going to have to, get some help from others. Now, the third option, because obviously you guys have to think about, sometimes we represent buyers and sellers, same situation here, right? How do you get the best price, for a buyer when you're trying to get the highest price for a seller? I think you have to, if you are going to represent both buyers, you have to be very, very over-communicate to them, right? Let them know about the situation and let them know I'm going to treat these completely separate buyers. I have to treat these completely separate. I'm not going to be able to tell you, where you go. I'm just going to say you need to come in with your best offer. And I think it's all about communication and expectations. If you set those expectations up, right, you might lose a buyer, might get mad. You don't want to get into a lawsuit. It's a really gray area for lawsuits. And I think the best way to avoid that is to make sure you over-communicate. So I gave you 3 great tips there. Congrats for having 2 buyers. Curious to see which one you actually do and use and if it works. Ciao.